Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to create another live stream of playing Highrise. So the last time we ended up with 5 levels of our Highrise. Here's what our map looked like. Just a quick recap. We took 7 territories. We have the Mafia enabled, and we're currently working on Flatbush, I believe. If we go back to here, the mobsters won 112,000 newspapers. And if we don't get that, we're going to get mobsters. They will give us $1,000 though. And then Flatbush needs sports, which we already have in the drawer over here. That's what that means in the drawer. We have crime and we have alarming that we need to find. We went ahead and prioritized everything. So let's get to it and see what we can do here. As far as our machine, we have 100 paper. We probably should get a load of paper in. And I believe we already have a load of food coming in as well. So we'll just drag our paper up while we're waiting for our stories. As far as food. Oh, okay. It looks like food. We're fine. We can just leave that down there then. Here's our first story of the week right here. Supporters elated by glamorous champion. This could get us over to a breakthrough story. Lives without nutrition lives, I guess, wouldn't be lives. Let's put her there. Supporters elated by glamorous champion, squad ready for talent. This story here that was already there, we were working on it from last week. So we can press play again. Once again, you'll probably hear me say this a lot, but pause is your friend, by the way. Pause is definitely your friend. Don't be afraid to use it. Otherwise, when there's multiple stories, you can tend to get sort of lost in the shuffle on things. As far as paper, looks like we're good everywhere except for the printer. So we'll just keep loading all this paper in. It's going to be massive overkill, but why not? One of our reporters just come in. That means something must be available. Okay, our best reporter is Dennis Hayes. Yeah, let's put him on that. U.S. signs historic pact. Signed by over 60 nations, says Hoover proudly. That'll get us a nice 3-tag story, which is nice. I think we'll just start fast forwarding here when there's nothing going on. The sports story, we can now put Gertrude Farming Low on it. Supporters elated by glamorous champion. Contest played out great. Then we can go to this crime story. And this will get us several tags. This one will bring in mobsters. And this one will bring in outrage. Let's not do that. I'm not totally sure what the outrage does. I don't know if the point of it is they slow down your reporters. Roland Gordon can do this one. Jay Gunzik arrested in tax fraud. Federal operatives move in. Yeah, or if maybe they hurt your sales. It's not quite clear, I don't think. If you know what that is, just feel free to leave a comment and tell me. Some of us aren't real smart. If I take this one, Esther Gutierrez. New jewel in Beverly Hills. Hollywood's business blooming. And the one thing about only having 3 telegraphers, we'll put Annie DeFrancis on this, is you only have 3 stories at a time. Display stellar, supporters elated by glamorous champion. This crime story, we can keep going here. Dennis Hayes will finish it off. Jake Guzik arrested in tax fraud. 50,000 bond secures release. So we need a lot of really good tag stories. Unfortunately, the best one was the one that had the mobsters and the outrage. I was more worried about the mobsters than the outrage, to be honest with you. All right, here we go. Sports story. Let's put Gertrude on it. Luke Appling makes MLB debut, hits 1 for 4 in his first game. I'm still not liking the tags I'm seeing. We only have influence points 11. If we go here and we click on printing and printing technology, we need 12. So I don't know. I'm not feeling real good about this. A third page might help sell more papers. Crime story with possibility of injury. Let's put Evelyn Green on it and see if she'll make it out. Kicking parcel halts mail. Oh. 5 days in hospital. Okay, we'll put Roland on it then. Clerks heard a steady tick in a wrap box. I was really hoping she was going to avoid injury there. Economy story. Let's put Esther on it. A farm crisis and agrarian unrest. Crop revolt. Cornfields refuse to grow. Site lack of me time. Who knew the crops needed me time? That's funny. This one we can put Gertrude on it. Roosevelt calls for repeal. Governor takes bold stand. Now, if we come over to here, we can prioritize some of these stories, especially the ones that I think will connect well with the other ones. Seems like we have a lot of crime stories and a bit less of economy and politics, although we do have one politic there, but it's a single story. We have, I think, one more. Let's put Dennis Hayes on this. Incumbent mayor loses re-election. Mayor concedes race. And let's not prioritize that yet. So I believe that's the end of the stories. Yes, it is. So back over to here. We got our guy bringing in our story there. We could come in here and prioritize that. We could probably grab whoever this reporter is. Put him up there. Save a second or two. There's another part of this story we can do. That will give us a silver tag. It's going to take it 1 day and 12 hours. Let's not do that. I don't think I want mobsters as a problem. So this one we have prioritized. This one we have prioritized. Then these ones, this economy story, we could prioritize that, I guess. And maybe leave this single tag. Let that guy go slow. And we'll just live with that. Time to roll the presses. All right, so we have a few stories that still aren't done. Oh, we have a reporter coming in. Let's go ahead and help him out. So back to our stories that weren't done. We want this one to be done. 20 hours. Oh, that's not going to be done in time. What about this guy? 3 hours? Okay, we'll just have to go with it like this. So our best story of the week. Oh, we got a lot of old news too. That's not going to help anything. Definitely this one. So we don't have any more silver stories. Do we have more sports? Okay, we do have this one. And let's see, triumphant. Really, these are going to be the same. So we'll go with that. Page 2. We could go with politics story, I'd say. Oh, maybe that. Well, we could go back and grab that triumpher. We'll see in a second. All we have is a single tag, which is not good. Yeah, let's go back and drag these out for a second. Because they can mesh with this right here. So we can do the dirt one. Triumphant can go here. It's not going to mesh politics wise, but it will mesh that way. Now back over to here, we can put this guy and this guy. They're both old news. That'll put us at 109,500. And we needed 112. All right, let's see if we can make this better somehow. What else can we do? We have a couple crime stories that mesh with each other. What if we put them down? Okay, there. Now we got 115,000. We have all our tags. All right, let's do that. That's something I wasn't doing in my playthroughs. If you were watching how things were going, I wasn't really doing that. I should have been, because just simple little things like moving things around like that make all the difference in the world. Now let's see what we got going on here. 115,000 newspapers sold. That is great. 3,450 for sales revenue. No advertising, no hidden agenda yet, although that will come soon enough. So that gives us cash of 8727 for the moment. We did take the area of Flatbush, so we get our extra influence point. We get our 3,000 subscribers. We went up with the Mafia. We avoided these mobsters right there. Well, looks like you finally learned how to move some papers. Front page was all anyone talked about today, and you know what that means. It means he's happy is what it means. And we did get $1,000 from him. As far as wages, we have 1,090, and that didn't increase. Henry Hayes got better at telegraphing, if that's a word. It is now, I guess. Dennis Hayes got better at politics. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is definitely go for page 3. So that's going to wipe out all of our info. Well, we have 2 left, but you can't do anything with 2. So let's take a look at the Mafia, for instance. They want at least 1 Mafia. Okay, that's a given. Let's do that. Now, what area do we want to go into? We could come down here to Gravesend. They would require 4 stores, of which we already have 1. Let's do it. And we already got the Mafia. So as always, we'll pause this for a second. They want Mafia, likely to come from sports. Now that changes. That's not always that way, just so you know. You think it would be always the same, but it doesn't. It kind of moves around. Politics and sports. This one we could add in crime and economy. And this one we could add in nothing because it's politics, sports. So we need everything except for entertainment and society. So that's just something to think of, keep in mind. Paper-wise, we're sitting at 470. I think we had like 600 last time. Food-wise, aka drink-wise, we're sitting good. We still have a box there. We'll just maybe drop that up there. Oh, they don't want to let us do it. Okay, fine. Be difficult. So what do we have that's new? Right here, the printer page module. Yes, true. I actually put that in there and then totally forgot it was there. Okay, we're going to have to do some major movement here. Let's move this. Let's see what this will do. I think we might have to actually change quite a bit of things here. So if we put that guy, looks like they don't want him to go there. Is there a reason for that, I wonder? It's back to our stash, printer page. Can we have him there? Okay, looks like we can. Well, we can't do this. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, well, we could go up even higher. Another floor is 2,500. What if we did that? Let's put our stairs in. And let's see if we went that way. Okay. So if we took this whole shebang here and move... Oh, sometimes you can move things together, and other times it doesn't seem to want to. And what didn't it like? Exactly. That should move no problem. There should be no problem there. Oh, it's because of this guy. Alright, fine. Let's move him over for now. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, it's not going to move no matter what we do. Let's forget it. We'll do it the other way. Okay, we'll just stash everything. Wasn't really my go-to move that I wanted to. This will stash. And then this. Okay, so I gotta remove it. Alright. So now what if we went to another floor? Okay, maybe this is the way to go. We're at 40% power usage. So that's not so bad. Maybe 2 4s is overkill a bit. We'll see. So now let's go back into our stash. And this is going to be the tricky part of Highrise anyways, honestly. This is going to be it. So if we come here, that's our input. We can put our page 1 there. We can put page 1 or page 2, I should say, there. See, we could put page 4, but there's nowhere for our belt to go. So let's hook up our belt here. So we need that to there. Then preferably I would bring this down to there. That way it's the most out of the way. Put our printer page there. Then put our output here's what I'm thinking. And then run our belt from here to here. Okay, that would give me, I think, everything I need. We just come down here. We can load up our printer with paper. Now, the one bad thing is I'm not going to have enough money to do anything. Basically, anything, like literally anything. So we'll put this guy way up here. And so one of the problems with that is going to be this brick tiling here, which I really, really wished you could put that upstairs. I really don't like that you can't do that. Okay, this lady here, I think we'll put her way down there. So she can go down there. There is lights there. We could probably move this light up to here. We could move our guy up here, I'd say. There's no reason for him to stay down there. This wall can now be, let's say, drug up here. Actually, let's move it 1. That will mean we need a light. Hopefully we have just enough money for a light, and we do. Okay, so this is all darkness here. This could probably come up, wait. This right here could come up there. This could help because he's going to spend a decent amount of time in here. So that's something we're going to want to make somewhat okay for him. These air vents, we'll just stash them all for now. So we have a whole level that's empty. There we go. There we go. Let's go in our comfort view. Okay, they're not so bad. Heat-wise, industrial wallpaper would be nice. Yeah, 850 though. Let's put an air vent here. That will help our reporter a bit. Now, up to here, we have noise. What do we have in our stash, though, first? We don't really... Well, we absolutely don't have money to buy anything else, so... There's no really about it. So if we did that, that takes care of our... Well, some of our noise, not all of it. We could put an air vent there and there, let's say. It won't go any lower. This one can come up here, maybe. Okay, there's still growling about noise where our guy is. We put that there. Maybe put that here. And that there gets us about as good as we're going to get, honestly. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot better. Here we got a smell problem. So what if we move this up here and we put... Oh, we don't have a wall, do we? Yeah, we don't. Okay, let's move that back down. Actually, the telegraphers are the ones I'm most worried about being fast. We can't move her down there. We could move our sweeper over. Can we do that? No, not enough room. We could move them up here. Okay, let's do that. We'll move our sweeper up. We'll move her down. Maybe that will help with the smell. Not totally sure. We have 67 left. We need 75 for that. Tile wallpaper is only 25, but it goes all the way across. Okay, there's nothing we can do about anything now. It's just the way it's going to be. Let's go ahead and press play. And that smell's going to be a problem for sure. What if we brought this down here? Okay, yeah. There, that's a better deal. So we got rid of the smell problem. Let's fast forward this a bit. So we have 10 stories upcoming. And we need to do the mafia, and we need alarming, dirt, and education, or was that statement? Let's put Dennis Hayes on this one, and that's the tag we need right there. Bugs Moran arrested in early morning raid. And let's prioritize this. Then we have a politics story. And we get the threat of lawsuit and the threat of outrage. Do we want that? Well, let's take it. Let's take a chance. Unemployment soars. Will citizens protest economic unrest? 3 lawsuits. We don't have a lawyer, so that's going to be costly. That was probably a bad move. And here's the lawsuits there. Whenever you see this green truck, it's always lawsuits as far as I know. And you can't do anything with them, so they're just going to sit there. There's absolutely nothing we can do but to leave them to sit there. Later in the game, there's more. Here we could get this fame star if we took Annie DeFrancis, but then here, yeah, this one's better, I'd say. Let's put her here. The Big Trail, new movie in epic scale. So now we're working on our 3 stories at the moment. Okay, we have a reporter coming in. 2 of them actually. So we'll drag this guy up there. We'll drag her there. Now we can go into the story. Who do we have next for crime? Let's put Roland Gordon on it. Bugs Moran arrested. Swift court appearance say authorities. I guess, I guess say makes most sense. That'll give us the statement, scoop, or tag that we need. Then over to here with our sort of economy, sort of politics story, we can get this statement 1, and the only one left is Gertrude. Will risk getting public outrage. Unemployment soars. Any resolution requires patience and shared sacrifice, says Bob Toughskin. Once again, I'm not really sure what outrage does, to be completely honest with you. I just don't know. And here's the bus bringing our, I think it was 3 protesters. I think it was 3. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, see, there they are. There's really nothing you can do about this. You can't pick them up or anything. I guess they sort of intimidate your reporters, maybe, or slow them down. So back to our stories. Okay, we can keep going with their entertainment story. Let's put Cindy Washington on this. The Big Trail, John Wayne's Big Break. So that will give us a fame silver tag, which is good. We're still looking for alarming and dirt, by the way. So we have to not forget oh, there's a reporter getting held up. So see, if we just keep watching, you can sort of drop them in, avoid the protesters. I don't know that they're that big a deal, as long as you're watching your reporters come in with their stories. Okay, so now we still have 7 left. Okay, there's a reporter. I guess the protesters left. They just got tired and left, I guess. Another sports story. It's a single tag, though. Let's skip it. I don't want to tie up my people more than I have to. Crime story. So this has dirt, but it also has a lie. It has alarming down here. Dennis Hayes will take it. Prohibition perils. Bootlegging still booms. Laws fail. Black market thrives, says head of Justice Department. Then up here we have a sports story, and we have the mafia. And unfortunately, we have threat of an injury. So Battaliano versus Bushy. Let's see what happens. Evelyn, 2 days in hospital. Okay, that could be worse. Let's put Annie on it to finish it off. Bategui and Graham are courageous, rugged fighters you need to see. Let's prioritize that. So that will give us our 1 mafia tag. If we had more, that would be even better. Politics story. This would give us our dirt if we take alarming on the other one. Let us put Gertrude on this. Tax turmoil. Struggling middle class. Burden increases. Backlash grows under citizens. And we have our crime story here. And this is the one we want to go alarming. We want to avoid this lie. That's a negative. You know, almost the whole way through the first playthrough, I didn't realize that was a negative. Prohibition perils, bootlegging still booms. We need change now. Our police are overwhelmed. We'll prioritize that. That will give us our alarming tag, which is something we're on the lookout for. Then here, oh, that was the one we just did. We technically could have got the other part of that, but I don't think it would have helped us. Right here, we do need this as quickly as possible. We'll prioritize it. Tax turmoil, struggling middle class, calls for repeal, rise in City Hall. Then now we can do these other two stories. Let's put Esther on this one. Hoover addresses economic disorganization, a severe shock. And that one's the one that we said we're not going to do the negative tag. Oh, here's a reporter coming in. We can make her life easier. This is now done, so we can close that off. Probably should have did that quicker. So as far as stories, we want to look and double check something. You always want to do this. Okay, we got two statements that are ready to go. Dirt, it is not ready to go yet, so we want to prioritize it. Alarming, we have two. This is the best one, but even this one would be good to have. It's prioritized 21 hours. And the other defeat, okay, that was the same one as alarming. We have a defeat on the back burner there. It's time to roll the presses, but is it really time to roll the presses though? Let's see if we could. All right, we got 11 hours on that guy, 14 hours on that guy. Let us just fast forward a bit. Oh, is there something else going? What? There's actually two more stories? Okay, Esther can take this one. London Calling opens. Jeffrey Keir's new production marks bright debut. I don't understand how there was more stories. Then here we'll put Cindy on it. Sawbuck's trick, shocks crowd, veteran loses wooden leg. So they can do that. But back to over here. We need this guy desperately. So we will just fast forward a bit. Okay, we have defeat. We have alarming now. We have our dirt. And we have our statement. So the only two stories are these ones here. We can go ahead and go printing. So what is our best? This has 3 plus a silver. I think that's our better way to go. So do we have any more unrest? We do have one here. That will give us a double tag of the politics and the unrest. That's good. We could do this one here potentially to grab the unrest again. If we came here, these pretty well equal out, I believe. Let's see, we're at 78,000 now. That'll put us in 98. Put this down also at 98. So let's go with this crime one. We have the only crime thing we have that will match would be this right here, which we want to have that on a separate page. So let's go to a separate page. Put this here. We do have alarming that could connect to that. And do we have defeat? We do have an old defeat there, which will also connect with the politics and the defeat. So that's kind of a nice 1-2. We need this mafia to go in there to get the mafia story. So the next thing we could do is, let's see, something with crime, sports maybe. We don't have sports. We don't have this. We put this story in. We're at 144. It kind of doesn't really go there. Honestly, it doesn't really fit there, but I think we'll do it. So that's how it looks with 3 pages. And I hope I didn't leave an empty spot. It kind of looked empty. I don't like that. Unemployment soars, 144,500. Record sales, 4,335 for sales. 500 for hidden agenda. Then if we look over here, Gravesend, we got the extra influence point for the first time bonus. Subscribers gain 4,000. Went up a tick with Mafia, which is good. Got the 500 bucks. We did go down with the Mayor, but haven't played this through several times. I'm not real hot on the Mayor anyway, so I don't mind that. Wages 1,121. That went up a little bit. Lewis Towns got better at telegraphy. Now, can't do anything with the Mafia. They have nothing for us this week. What about the high society people? Print entertainment the most. Don't print any gossip this week. And if we do that, we get influence points. I mean, it's possible. What if we came down to Canarsie, let's say? Okay, they want entertainment the most. So we might want to pick something that at least has entertainment that they demand. This one has gruesome. That's gruesome. That's... yeah, no, that one's not entertainment specific. Okay, this one of them is West Village. Wow, no one's looking for entertainment by the looks of it. Entertainment there. Entertainment there. Economy there. And they didn't want us to print gossip, right? And gossip, I believe, is an entertainment type thing. We could go New Door Beach, maybe? What about Linden? Entertainment. Economy. Entertainment there. I'm thinking New Door Beach. Let's go with that. And let's take them on. Worst case scenario, they just get mad at us. We'll make that a secondary thing we're trying to do. So our lawsuits is still there. We're going to lose money. No question about it. Print entertainment the most. So clearly we want entertainment. We don't want gossip. We'll have to keep thinking about that as we go. Here we want economy and society for our potential education story. Unveiling, we do have one, but we could keep looking for more. Inspiring entertainment society, we already have that. And tragic comes from crime and society. So we're not going to do politics or sports. At least we're not going to prioritize it. As far as paper, we're sitting at 181. We probably need to buy more. Let's get a large load of paper to come in. And what else could we do here? I would say, can we go and get another telegrapher? I think we discussed this. No, we can't, eh? Okay. Well, we'll just leave it be for the time being. And let's see. We're up to 14 stories now. Lawsuits cost $300, so basically $100 each. Is there anything in here we need? The inspiring would be good. Let's put Annie DeFrancis here. The third Academy Awards, All Quiet on the Western Front, takes home Best Picture. Astrid Gutierrez, George Arliss honored with Best Actor. We will prioritize those to try to get over here to get our review and inspiring tag. Our other stories, we have crime here with influence points. I'd say we need to try to grab those. Dennis Hayes, we'll put him on it. Increased Penalties Act. First time offenders get 5 years and a $10,000 fine. Then we have, at first, what is a society story. That could get us tragic. Is that one of our tags we need? Not really. Politics. Let's skip that one. Okay. Back to rolling things. Oh, our paper showed up. Only bad thing about doing your own paper at the beginning of the game or even later is you got to do this. Not so bad at first when you're not going way up, but once I got in the last run through to level 15, it was a little hard to do. And I would imagine it'll be even worse with the high-rise tower there. That should give us enough paper. This guy could use a little more food. Stick it there. Wonderful. Now, still waiting on our stories to come through here. Oh, there we are. So our entertainment story is right here. And let's put our best one on, Cindy Washington. The third Academy Awards, Next Generation eyeing next big award season. That's great. Then here, We want to get a crime reporter. How about Roland Gordon to get these influence points? Increased penalties act, triple jail time and affect their wallets, says Elliot Ness. Influence points, by the way, really, really, really important. Like, really important. That's how you get buffs. That's how you add new printing pages, and so on. Entertainment stories. So we need to take this. Esther Gutierrez will do it. The Lottery Bride premieres catchy tunes and sweeping romance. Because remember, we had to do entertainment the most, right? And we can't do gossip. We have to keep remembering that. This one, as soon as that's done, we're going to just... Well, it's going to blow this part up anyway, so it won't matter. There you go. See, it did it automatically. Closed off the story. Perfect. Didn't have to worry about it. Still have 10 stories to go, and it's Wednesday. This is not good. This one, we will put Cindy on it. The Lottery Bride premieres, a rising star in the scene. So she will grab the fame and the inspiring. We still need tragic, and we need education, like, immediately. Okay, we already have inspiring. Let's get rid of that, even though that would be a good story. Starting to get really nervous. That's inspiring. Would also be a good story, but this is alarming. Don't need it. We're going to have a really weird looking paper. Okay, that one don't need. I mean, we do and we don't. Here we'll put Roland Gordon on this one. Fatal discovery in condo. Neighbors fear the worst. That will get us our tragic tag that we needed. We still need education, though, is the thing. That's why we're skipping stories. We're trying to get the educate. Oh, of course. He'd be there with the lawsuit. We'll put Annie DeFrancis on it. Field theory proof. Einstein submits field theory proof. And we got 3 more lawsuits. So that's $300 off the top. And we need that prioritized because that's the last story we needed. There's our lawsuits coming. Without a lawyer, there's not a thing you can do about it. It just is what it is. Back over to here. Looks like we have another entertainment story. Okay, now we can do these. Cindy Washington. Sweet and Low in theaters, a Broadway hit. We're not going to get many sales this week because we had to keep clicking through stories. That's something else I didn't realize the first time playing this through, is that you gotta kind of skip stories to try to get to the stories you need. Here we'll do this. There's no reason not to do it now. Sign misread at pump. Rain Schmear cuts gas. 12.9 showed as $1.29. That would be quite the discount. Over to here, we definitely want this investigative and the influence points more importantly. I don't think they'll be in time, but we'll get them anyways. Field theory proof. Physicist presents papers showing application of work about extended relative theory. There we go. We could kind of sit down here and watch our reporters coming in, maybe. That might help. Like there's one coming right now, for instance. We'll grab her, bring her up. All right, we have entertainment. This will be for next week, clearly. Let's put Annie DeFrancis on it. Savoldi withdraws amid scandal. Fans and teammates stunned by his actions. And it does have gossip in it, so another reason not to do it this week. And our last story, I believe, we could put someone on it just for training purposes. Evelyn Green. Golf Open, 10,000 up for grabs. Gene Sarazen ready for the win. Now let's go over to, well, we got roll the presses. Let's pause this for a second. So we want entertainment. We don't want gossip. So we can get rid of that. Tragic. Oh, it is done. That's good. Inspiring. Okay, they're both done. That's good. Unveiling. One's done. The other one isn't, but it will be in 2 hours. That's good. Education. This is the one I'm worried about. One day. Oh my goodness. One day. It's not going to be ready. It's not going to be ready. Okay, we might want to... Wait, okay, let's think about this. I think The education, was that on the first part? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Okay, let's see. Can we look at this? Oh, we can't. He's just bringing it in right now. There's no way they're going to have that done. Let's see if that made any difference, me dragging him up there. 19 hours. Nope, he's going to miss it just barely. Okay, if we come down to our other ones, this guy we already said we had. This was just a regular sports story. It won't be ready in time. It's this guy right here that I'm wondering about. And I don't know that I need all those tags. 12 hours, man, it's close. Let's see. I'm going to just babysit this for a second. See if I can make it better. Okay, suddenly it's done. If we put her over here, does that make it any better? Oh, he went and grabbed it. So no, that didn't help anything. That probably made it worse. It's not going to be ready in time. What if I cancel this item? Can I do that? I'm going to have to try. How about I try? Remove sub item. Educational was there. Okay. Phew. Okay. That worked out. Last chance. We got to print. All right. Maybe that wasn't the best thing to do, but do we have any gold tags? No, we don't. Okay. So we'll start here. We don't have more review. We do have inspiring there, but that's another good one. If we put that down here, we get 15,000. If we put that here, we get, how much was it again? We get 20,000. So see, we get more. Back over to here, entertainment. We could put, say, these two here. Tag with entertainment plus a tag with each other. That's good. Fame we don't need. Inspiring we don't have any more. Entertainment we do have one more here. And let's go to this page. This one here would be very good to have there, because we'll get our influence points times 2. Should give us 8, I believe, is how that works. And we need, let's see, who goes with that? Crime, we don't have more crime though. We do have these two we could stick in. We did that. We get everything they want. We get everything the high society wants. We still have an open spot for a story. We could drop that in to get 5,000 more views. 133. Okay, not the best. Oh, we can do something here. Oh, we can keep putting someone on it. Esther can take it. A sobering reminder of the pressure athletes face. As far as printing, let's go with this. See, we filled that up. There's still that white spot. I guess that doesn't mean anything. $133,000 newspapers sold. $3,990 for sales revenue. No ads, no hidden agenda. We took New Door Beach now. Get the extra influence point gained. 4,000 subs gained as well. We got a sort of a point up with the ladies, which is good. Went down a bit with the army, which is bad. I admit I'm pleasantly surprised. There was flair in your work, yes, but also restraint. Wages 1,225, so they went up by 9%. All right, we got several people got better. Cindy got better at entertainment. Forrest got better at assembly. Leroy got better at repairing. Bernie got better at sweeping. And that's it. Okay, the Mafia is back in business. Print at least one red herring. Don't print unrest. If we don't do that, we get protesters. I don't know, that seems doable. As long as we don't go somewhere where they need unrest. So now we could come down here to the flatlands. Sports, we already have defeat, crime. All right, let's go with that. And you see, as far as influence points, we're already up to 16. I don't think we can get another page though. Yeah, it's 32 for the next page. We might want to just hold off on that and see. Oh, hello there. We were just talking about people's perception of newspapers. That's right. People like their regs a certain way, you know. The serious folk, they love to read about all that informational stuff. They have a thing for quality, variety, and depth to the news. Then there's folks who love the drama, the mystery, the ultimate thrill seekers. They are all about sensationalism, hot topics, flashy photos, and tasty headlines. Golly, reminds me of the good old days. Now you might think that's it, but don't forget the moderate folk. Being moderate is good for business. Think ads, consistent coverage on all topics, a few combos here and there. My point is, know your target audience. Exactly. Now, how do you become a certain type of newspaper? You ask. Pay close attention on your articles. They might contain clues on how they're going to be perceived. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Have a great week, publisher. Good luck. All right. So now we have to get into the left-right type thing. It's a thing I don't like in the game, honestly. So a red herring, that just comes up. Unrest, we'll avoid that when we can. Flatlands itself, we need politics and sports. So let's go over to our telegraphers. Politics, sports. We need, okay, we already had sports and crime, and we want to avoid at all costs unrest. Something we could do, I just got thinking, we could come over here to our telegraphy. We could buy another telegrapher. I think we should. Now let's come back to our tower. Before we get rock and rolling with them. Okay, so we could put another telegrapher over on this other side, I would say. And let's see, who do we have? We have Egg Gone Bear. 25 increased tax speed on Mondays. Yeah, why not? I mean, that works for me. Okay, so he needs something to kill the noise a little bit. We'll put that there. Is there any other buffs, really, that we can give him? Oh, yeah, a globe. We can give him a globe. Let's give him a globe right there. A world map would be helpful for him. And that's about it. We could give him, like, you know, a flower. That might help him a little bit. Other than that, I'd say we're good. We might need to put a bathroom in for these guys. We'll have to kind of keep an eye on that and see if that's something that's necessary. It may be. Okay. Let's get our stories on the go here. This one will have tragic. It will have statistics eventually. We could do it. Let's go. Annie DeFrancis. Rube Foster passed away. African-American baseball pioneer passes away at the age of 51. Then we have this politics story, which will get us on rest, which we don't want. So we're going to skip that. Or do we need... Yeah, no, we don't need anything else there. Here we can get a fame star. Let's do that. Walter L. Cohen dies. Prominent African-American politician. Up here we can get our crime story, which we needed. Let's go this direction. Roland Gordon. Warehouses blaze. Sparks economic woes. Goods lost. Businesses devastated. So hopefully we'll get over to get the crime and the investigative silver tag, which would be definitely useful. As far as paper, where do we stand on the paper here? 215. We better order more paper. This guy's complaining of heat. We could put a fan there to help him out. And another one of those. As far as here, there's really not a whole lot we can do. Put a few more of these gadgets in. But it's not going to like change a whole lot, I don't think. What we could do is put this here. 525. That'll help him a little bit. Now he's only worried about heat. Let's see. There. Okay, that might be the difference he needed. Now, we'll waste a little time there. Probably shouldn't have forgot to unpause. Evelyn Green. Warehouse blaze sparks economic woes. We found traces of malicious intents as company director. We will prioritize that. That will give us our crime and our investigative tag to go along with the society. Our sports story here, we'll just keep gliding across. Rube Foster passed away. Negro National League he created has vowed to honor Foster's vision. Okay. And then here, we definitely want this. Esther will take it. Savoldi withdraws amid scandal. A revelation of his secret marriage and annulment filing. This will give us a nice story with a golden tag, which would be super good to have. We'll put Gertrude on this one to get the fame silver tag. Walter L. Cohen dies, Registrar of Land Office under Theodore Roosevelt. So we're now going to have all three of our stories, and we're going to keep avoiding unrest is what we're going to do. In the meantime, we'll drag up paper. We can hire someone eventually once we open up the buff to get them. But you can't just rely on them because that's a long ways to go unless you got elevators. It's still something you're going to have to help them out. That's what I found. I ended up having 2 the last playthrough. And I was still doing most of the dragging of paper. Alright, right here. We can get our last part, statistics. Dennis Hayes will take it. Rube Foster passed away. Many African-American ball players entering Major League Baseball thanks to his groundwork. We'll prioritize that. So now we can relax a little bit and just kind of take them as they come. Try to get the best stories possible. This one has tragic, but it is crime. Let's take it. Bank raid turns fatal. Noon holdup on Main. We will prioritize that. This one will give us outrage. I don't think we need to risk that. You know something I'm wondering? It just occurred to me. And I think we may need to do this. Let us grab this whole shebang here. And let's move it up to this old printer 4. How about that? And we'll move them off for now because they're just going to teleport out anyways. I think we need another assembly and another typesetting desk. I really think we do. Let's move this lady over to here. She can walk a little bit. I'm not worried about that. Oh, actually, that was there. Okay, so then we can put our typesetting here and our assembly here with a gadget in the middle. What was that called? Well, we can hire people and we'll do it in a second. Who's our best typesetter? We have 2 choices. We have this one that's unaffected by darkness. And this one, increased task speeds on Saturdays and Sundays. Well, that's absolutely no-brainer. So we can see, this is what I want right here. We'll put this here. And if we plan this, put that there, that will help them both. Now, as far as the assembling table, we have 50% resources when working or unaffected by darkness. Let's go to the resources. I really don't know if that helps much, but we'll do it. And then we're going to need a light of some type. Wonderful. And the other thing we could do is go into comfort. Could add them a little flower. These guys don't get a flower. I don't know what else we could do for them. We could put a clock there potentially. And maybe a clock here for them. And then maybe these guys will like a clock. And we'll give them a clock. How about that? Other than that, I think we could do this maybe to lower the noise level for these guys. Yeah. Okay, let's go with that. We'll get back to what we're doing here. That should help out a decent amount. I don't know why that's spinning absolutely everywhere. There we go. That was weird. Now, sports story. Okay, I was thinking we couldn't do gossip, but we can. Annie will do it. Flyweight boxing. And there's no byline, I guess. It's just, that's it. Flyweight boxing. This one here, we can get defeat tag. We're trying to avoid unrest, so we're still good. Let's put Gertrude on it. Error ends, pennant chase. Shortstop misses double. There we go. So now with 3 assembling and 3, what do we call that again? Assembly table and typesetting. That should make a difference, I think. Over to here. Let's put Cindy on it. Relief drama opens in WPH stage. Play depicts relief lines. And then here, we got another crime story. There's our lawsuits costing us 300. I don't know what would happen if you were under 300. Ransom plot unfolds in Missouri. 13-year-old kidnapped by masked gunman. There, we'll drag our reporter up there. Now, we can put Annie DeFrancis here. Second act, urge, shorter dialogue, praise. We'll prioritize that as well. We have a crime story here. Okay, which way do we want to go? Could go economy. We could go... I think we'll go down here. Dennis Hayes. Intense 24-hour period closed by payment. This economy story risks getting an injury. I just don't see the benefit to that. Right here we got our red herring. I actually forgot all about that. Esther will do it. Strong backs are in high demand. Record hauls bring hope to the waterfront. And this was one we were already working on. We could put Cindy up here to grab the economy tag on it. Ransom plot unfolds in Missouri. Intense 24-hour period closed by payment. We have 3 stories left. We could do this as soon as someone's available. That'll be a bit though, honestly. We're not going to have anyone for a while. Okay, we got reporters here. One can go up there. This one will drag her up here. Or him. Now, did that open anyone up? Yes, it did. Annie DeFrancis. F. Richard Jones passes away. F. Richard Jones, 37, succumbed to tuberculosis. We'll prioritize that. And it'll be ready for next week anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Then this one, Esther can do it. We'll do the same thing. Dinosaur fossil found. Meet Diplodocus, 130 million year old fossil was found in Nashville. Then we have another story. We can put Roland Gordon on it. Actress Diane Ellis dies. Diane Ellis passes away at 21 due to an infection. Okay. Now we're going to want to come over to our red herring story. Where are they? Okay, there's one there. We need that done. 8 hours. Oh my goodness, that's going to be close. Then here... we need defeat, which we have. We need sports, which we have many. And crime, which we have. This one would be nice to have, but it's not going to be done in time. But we definitely need the red herring. 3 hours. That's going to be really close. 38 minutes. Okay. We'll go with this. Let's get these guys out of the way. All right, our best story is definitely going to be this gold one. So what else do we have for defeat? We have a defeat here. Gossip. We have a gossip here. And then we have the different sports tags that go along with it. Or combos, I mean. Now, next thing we have 2 bronze and a silver there. 2 bronze and a silver here. Let's go with this one. Crime. We have another crime story there. This guy's not going to be ready. What else do we have? We have tragic. This one will not be ready either. Society. Okay, nothing's ready. All right, let's leave that for a second. Next best story will be here, this guy. Do we have another triumphant sports? Okay, we could put a sports story there. Where do we stand? We still need a red herring. So we have sports, we have entertainment there. This one's not a bad story. That's not a bad story. If we put this here, we go up 7,400. If we put this here, we go up 5,000. Okay, so the combo's not worth missing out on this. Well, let's go back to page 2. Society. Crime, we don't have. So really, it doesn't matter what we do. We need this in there somewhere. And then maybe we put our 2 silver tags in here. And all that we're left with is that one entertainment. Doesn't give us a ton of combos and such. But it does get the job done. Okay, let's print that. All right, there's our paper flying through here. So Voldy withdraws from Scandal, 163,500. Sold, 4,905. Hidden Agenda, 500. Flatlands we now have. Get the extra influence point, 3,000 subscribers gained. Went up another notch with the Mafia, got the 500 bucks, went down with the Mayor, but we really don't care. And what do we get here? Now we got to deal with this perception calendar. Guess they don't do anything the first month. Wages 1,524. That went up quite a bit, but we did add in a few new people. Typesetting, Larry got better. Roland got better at crime reporting. Now, we could technically come down here to the Navy ship, but we're already losing with them anyways. Let's take this Mafia, print at least 1 lie. That can work for me. We could do Canarsie. Let's take that district. Pause this for a split second. Paper-wise, 188. Definitely need more paper. So, the lies, they don't come from anything specific or would have told us that. Here, we need dirt from politics and sports. We need sports, which we already had. And we need crime. Perfect. So, we got 3 things we're pushing. We already have these ones over here being worked on. And I don't think this one will be old, but these other 4 actually would be new stories because they're not old ones. And this guy needs paper. Yes, true. We can drag this guy up there. And let's get things going. As soon as we get paper, I'm going to give this telegrapher some because they clearly need some. There we go. I had totally forgotten about them. Totally needs a little paper there. We can put some in our machine. And we're waiting for stories to pop up. And there's one right there, actually. 3. Yeah, let's pause that for a second. Sports story. This is a lie here, so that's perfect. Let's put Andy DeFrancis on it. Goose steals ball on green. Bird interrupts gold match. That's good. Then here we have politics, which we technically don't need, but we could put Gertrude on it. General Smedley Butler accuses Mussolini. U.S. issues apology for hit-and-run remarks. Then we have another politics one. This one's kind of a blah story. We'll skip that. Then here we have defeat. We have dirt. I think we want to take the first part at least. Dennis Hayes. Rose Bowl, Alabama wins 24-0. Crimson Tide stands undefeated. Crime story here. We'll take it. Roland Gordon will do it. Terry Druggan jailed for contempt. Chicago mobster sentenced to 1 year. Wonder if we should buy more paper. I'm kind of thinking we should. Well, means we have it. We'll drag it up while we're waiting for more stories. Oh, I see a reporter is about to come in. We may as well make their life easy. 2 of them, actually. Put 1 on each floor. There we go. That'll speed up the process. See. All right, we can keep going here to grab our lie. Andy DeFrancis. Goose steals ball and green players replace the lie. So that's our lie story we needed. Here we can grab the dirt we need with Esther. Washington State shut down in front of 60,000 people. We will not do this one, I don't think. I mean, we could. Dennis Hayes will take this. Terry drug in jail for contempt, properly released on $5,000 bond via habeas corpus. We'll prioritize that. This crime story requires a bribe, but it's only a single crime story, so we'll pass on that. 1 tag story, I don't think that's worth paying a bribe, personally. Just not my style. I'll pay bribes, but only if it's like a decent story that's going to get me somewhere. There, so we have over 600 paper in there now. And we have 11 stories left to cycle through. This one gives us dirt. Why not? Gertrude will do it. Dog steals finish cheers as coxswain loses cap. Farm dog dives in. And we have a sports story here. And this is a one. I'm not sure. Do we do it? Okay, let's put Evelyn on and just see how much is this lawsuit going to be. Second quarter blitz. Oh, Gray and Carpenter kidnapped and robbed. Breaking news. Yeah, let's pause this for a second. Second quarter blitz, touchdowns by quarterback Monk Campbell. And we did get a fine, and in all that excitement, I didn't see how much it was. I guess we'll find out later. Breaking news here. We need to have several people. Cindy will do this part. Gray and Carpenter kidnapped and robbed. Chaplin's ex-wife robbed. So we'll let that play a bit. And as soon as someone else becomes available, Annie DeFrancis looks like we can maybe help her out if we watch the front door here. Okay, that could be her there, actually. Roland Gordon can take this part. Gray and Carpenter kidnapped and robbed. Chaplin's ex-wife robbed. We have 19 hours left to find someone to do it. Yeah, they can't do it. Dennis would be the first person that could. Okay, this could be Dennis here, actually. Now leave him there. We'll come back here, see if that frees him up. That should be Dennis, I think. Oh, that's Dennis. So he went down another level. That does happen sometimes. There we go. That will give us, hopefully, that story. That would be good. Back to this one. We could grab another lie story. Let's put Annie DeFrancis on it. Famous singer spotted at jazz club. Crowds roar. We can get another lie. We could get extra influence points, which are always good. This one here, we could do it, but honestly, we don't have anyone available at the moment. We have to stand here and watch the front door. So they're busy. They're busy. Okay, he can go up here, I'd say. And yet he's going downstairs. Okay. Hey, what do you know, right? What do you know? That's just how she goes sometimes. This one, we could put, say, Cindy on this. Farmers face crop failures amidst drought. Sparse firefighter personnel available. And then the other story is over here. It could be a lawsuit story. It could get us up to the lie, though. And we don't have anyone that great. Oh, crime is this week's hot topic. That's wonderful. I think we skip this. Let's... Now, this one we will take. Esther is the only one left. Famous singer spotted at jazz club. New album might be coming. So that could give us another lie. That might get done in time. We shall see. There's our reporters. So got 7 stories left to go through. This crime one, we want to make sure that's ready because that's a hot story. This lie, we want to make sure that's ready. 2 days is not very inviting, I don't find. This one's got lots of tags. We want that ready as well. Okay, let's pause this for a second. This one over to here, we could put Andy DeFrancis. Farmers face crop failures amidst drought. Resources stretched too thin. We need extra federal funding, says mayor. We'll prioritize that. That one's going to be a stretch, though. I don't know. At this point, I don't know if any of these are really going to make the cut. That gives us outrage. Let's skip it. This one will give us a lie story, but it's too late for that to get done. Let's skip that too. And this was the one we were already on, but we could come up here, put Roland on it. Resources stretched too thin. We need extra federal funding, says mayor. That way he would get the extra hopeful tag, which would make it a slightly better story. Another story available. Yeah, I don't think so. Not that one either. Just not a fan of the one tag stories, to be honest with you. This guy, I missed him coming in, unfortunately. Oh, someone here. Although I could put them on a level they don't want to be on anyways. This story. Yeah, we could do this. This is a double tagger. Why not? Discovery of Pluto sparks imagination. Whoa, my goodness. Discovery of Pluto sparks imagination. Find stories about space in all bookstores. So Roland will do that. It'll be ready for probably not this week, but next week. This one, that's not a good story. This one, no. That leaves me with no stories left. And roll the presses. Let's make sure our lie stories are all ready to roll. This one is not 8 hours, so it will be. This one, dirt. Okay, our dirt story is ready to roll. Our sports stories are all good. Crime stories are all good. That one's gonna be good. This one is the one we're hoping will be done in time. It kind of looks promising. Let's just fast forward till this story is ready to go. Oh, just barely. Okay. So our best story. Here we have 3 bronzes and a silver. 3 bronzes and a silver. I'd like to... There we go. 3 bronzes and a silver. This one has 3 and 2 silver. So let's go with this one. Review. Statement. Nope. Dirt. We have another dirt there. What about defeat? We have defeat here. No, we could go 92. So that's 7,500. Or what if we did another sports story? Okay, say this one. That's not as good. Okay, so we want to defeat then. Fine, defeat it is. Now this one, 3 and a silver, I'd say is the next way to go. Hopeful, do we have any of those? Education, nope. Inspiring, we do have one here. Do we have any more entertainment stories? We do have a crime one there. We need our lie story in. How about that? Now, as far as our... We could put this one here. Will give us 159. We could put that there. Put this one here. That will give us 181,500. We still have this lie story here. What if we went back? Do we need this inspiring? What if we take this out? Okay, we're at 181,500 right now. We went down 10. We stick this in, we go 184, 500. So we did go up a little bit. And we'll get the extra influence points. I think that's good. Yeah, let's go with that. This will be another good paper. Yeah, you never want to be afraid to kind of move your things around if you need to. Rose Bowl, Alabama wins 24-0. Record sales, 184, 500. That gives us 5,535 for sales revenue. We now have Canarsie with our extra influence point and 3,000 subs gained. Mafia is getting happier with us. Mayor's getting less happy, to put it mildly. New item, baseball bat, nice. So our sports reporters will get better with that. We'll have to put that down. Wages 1,591. Gonna increase by 4%. That leaves us with 7,000. Winter Miller got better at telegraphy. Dennis got better at crime reporting. Annie got better at sports reporting. What does the Mafia want now? Print at least one red herring. Sure, we'll take that. Then what area do we want to go to? We could grab this Jamaica. How about that? So we'll pause this for a second. So red herring, that kind of just comes from wherever, but we do get influence points with it when we do it. Defeat, politics and sports. Politics, sports. Alarming, crime and economy. There we go. And then gruesome, crime and entertainment. So everything but society. We have a couple stories over here being worked on. Now let's go grab that sports reporting gadget that we wanted here, the baseball bat. Let's see. This person would go up if we put it there. This person will go up if we put one there. This guy will go up there, and this one will stick that there, but we may have to move that to put something else bigger up there. And that's good, I'd say. So that leaves us with 6,721. Something we could maybe look into doing is putting another bathroom somewhere either here or here. Because these guys don't have a bathroom. Telegraphers probably could use a bathroom the most. We could move this guy up a bit. And this up maybe. Then we could come over here. I guess we were already in that, weren't we? Go employee needs. Go this right here. And we could go in our stash. And this right there. Technically, we don't need that there. Smell's going to be a problem. Could do this. Put that there maybe. Put that there. Put that there. And put that there. Not the best thing ever to try to get rid of the smell. Our sink, we could move this guy over here and then put the sink there, I guess. That might be the way to go. Or what if we move this lady over here, this guy, I guess. Let's move him over there. Put this there. We'll move that by the door. How about that? We'll put this over here. Then we could put, what do we have? An election map, I guess it's still kicking around. Nobody needs that. If we did this, we could put that there. Okay, what if we went and grabbed a wall? I don't know if it's super important to do so, but we could. And put a wall, let's say, here. And then we could go into our comfort. Let's see the smell. And then we can make that be a nice... Makes it kind of a large washroom in a way. It makes it a little big. Spacious. There. So if we did that, these guys, they're fine. We could go back to our employee needs, let's say, and put, say, the water cooler there, which means, oh, I guess the food came from somewhere. We'll order more food. This guy can be over here. Eventually, we'll put another toolographer here, so we'll have 5 of them on that floor for now. They got a bathroom. These guys can walk down to that bathroom. That will help them out. We're still sitting decent on power, but we're getting close to need more power. All right, we'll go with that. So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up here, we can maybe do something for the noise. That could be helpful. That could be helpful. We could put that there. We could put that there, which would help. Heat-wise, there's not really a ton we can do. Could stick this here, I guess, and put that there. Can't do nothing here. Really can't do nothing there either. Could put a few things down. Like we could put these all the way across. Be nice if we could put fans somewhere except on the edge, like the up and down vertical walls. Be nice if we could put them, you know, but I guess eventually when you get the ceiling fan, you can get that. So this is kind of a lot of money wasted, I guess, but it sort of puts that down a little bit and it makes it a bit more livable. These guys probably need a bathroom up here somewhere. But for now, I think we're okay. We can move this up here. Yeah, that's not going to help. Okay. We'll go with this. And then next live will come after the area of Jamaica. And we'll try to make our mafia happy with us. So I don't know. I think that's pretty good. So far, we got some decent sales. We are taking every territory we want. So far, we haven't missed any, which is good. Did we click on the mafia? Yeah, we did. Yeah, there's buffs and stuff we could get, but as far as influence points, we're at 19. I don't know. We got to be stingy with those and spend them on the right things. So if you enjoyed that live, come back and watch the next one, and also leave a comment what you would have did differently, what you liked, what you didn't like, that kind of thing.